Good morning and welcome to Sports at Sunrise, where you get your morning sports opinions. I'm Caleb, he's Geek. How are you, Geek?
I exist.
Good, I'm happy you exist, because I like when you exist.
I'm sorry.
No, you're my friend.
I'm sorry.
Let me love you.
No.
Fuck. Alright, we'll kick off in the NBA just to get the NBA out of the way. J-Dub is out for an indefinite amount of time with his hamstring.
I thought you said it was out for the season, but that was also 4 minutes after it happened on Sunday
that's
night.
What, that's so. The first tweet I saw was out for the season. An actual source said indefinite. So, I'm trust of the two. The source I had just seen here and there, or a source I see way more often tweet about basketball news that's accurate. I'm gonna go with accuracy over first report. The Knicks are in a controversy.
Why?
Because they got off to a really hot start out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, they have won 2 games since. Let's see, can I get the date of this game? You guys have the date for me?
No.
No, of course it doesn't have the date for me. They have won 2 games since the start of the new year.
I do know every Knicks fan on the internet is saying it's all Karl Anthony Towns' fault.
So there's two
That's
things.
what I know.
There's 2 things. Mike Brown's lost the team.
Shocker.
And people are talking about him possibly being a mid-season fire.
Interesting, but
The
okay.
other part is it does not feel like Cat really gels with this team on either side of the ball anymore.
Hey, I mean, if you want a defensive stopper, I know where you could trade Cat.
The teams I saw, let me double check.
You know.
It was not the Timberwolves. It was not one of the teams.
You can have Rudy, and we want our picks back, all of them.
It's not only Cat, to be clear. Cat is not the only issue on this team. And people have an issue that it feels like they're trying to make Cat the scapegoat, but that's the easy scapegoat for them to take. You know?
Yeah, I just keep trying to find these trades that are being proposed.
Well, it's not. I don't
some
have.
of them are really weird.
But apparently, the 3 teams that are being discussed having potential deals is Orlando, Charlotte, and Memphis.
Charlotte makes no sense.
I was shocked, unless Charlotte's trying to go into a compete now mode.
I mean, maybe.
Orlando,
I feel like makes a ton of sense.
Well, I love the move for. I love the idea for Orlando.
Right, that's what I said. I feel like it makes a ton of sense.
I like it,
but
I
my
don't
brain
like
can't
it for
remember
Memphis.
who's starting at center for Orlando.
Depends
I mean,
on the
if
nights.
Memphis keeps Ja, I think Ja and Cat would be
Ja
fucking
might
fun.
be a buyout candidate.
What? That's crazy.
I don't know if it.
Dude, imagine Ja becomes a Timberwolf for nothing.
There's a lot of discourse there. It seems I don't know if teams are really going to offer shit for Ja because they don't want to deal with Ja.
Crazy.
Who does typically start for Orlando? It depends on
It's got to
day.
be like Wendell has to be their starter.
It is Wendell.
But then they've got. But he's not. He's 6'10". He's a forward. Then they've got Goga Badatsi,
Mo
Colin
Wagner,
Castleton,
I think,
and Orlando Robinson. Mo Wagner can play center, but that's not where you want him.
Mo Wagner is very much a center. Mo Wagner cannot shoot the basketball at a high clip, but he's been out all year. Is the issue.
But I don't know. I don't know. There's something to me about your starting center being under 7 feet tall that just doesn't feel right.
So, Well, I'm very stuck though.
Orlando has 0 7-foot tall people.
Where does the money come from for Orlando? Is the issue?
I mean, is anybody on their team actually making money?
Bane, I think Franz on a contract yet. Don't know if Franz is on one yet or not. This won't tell me. Yeah, let me see. Look up their salary cap. Because I think either Wagner and or Paolo is making money now.
Yeah, but if only one of them's making money.
Never mind. The money comes from... Neither are getting paid yet.
Yeah.
The key is...
So you deal with that when it's time.
Next season.
That's fine.
This off-season, actually. You have to pay Franz. But your money comes from Jonathan Isaac.
That would be insane. That's the other thing. I don't see the cap fit for these teams unless it's just a salary dump, which is crazy.
It's Franz and Wendell or Mo. It'll probably be Wendell who would move. Because there's no way they trade Franz's brother.
They could, because that'd be really fucking funny.
No, because Orlando has historically moved on from guy's best friend or whatever, and their stars noticeably gets worse.
That's why they'll do it again.
Yeah.
Hey, the Timberwolves are currently beating the Jazz.
I'd hope so. The Jazz are trying to lose games again.
Shout out Rudy Gobert revenge game.
Other than that, nothing else really big happened yesterday. Oh, Windhorst had... You know who Brian Windhorst is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's I don't remember what show he's on. But they were talking about... They tried to start up the Kuminga thing, and he's like, can we just stop about talking about Kuminga for once, please? He hasn't played in a month. He hit free agency. Could have taken any offer, and the Warriors only had a chance to match, and yet he returned to Golden State. So
okay, so the last time we talked, I was right. We were both a little confused on the last time we talked about Kuminga. I was like, he could have left, but he chose to go back. He made this bed.
Yes.
And both of us were like, wait, did he? And we couldn't figure it out.
Yes.
So I was right.
Yes, you were right.
I just wanted the... I was like, oh.
But he apparently... He's like, he didn't get an offer from anywhere else. Clearly no one wanted him and to make the Warriors match a price. So clearly that's not a thing. So can we stop acting like Kuminga's this hot commodity? He would not be there if he was. What?
The Warriors season's over.
Jimmy's out for the year, yeah.
I didn't see that until just now.
Forgot to mention it.
That's more important than anything we've mentioned. Jimmy Butler's more important than all of them. What are you doing?
Well, the Warriors have admitted they're fading dynasty is the issue. Kerr said it. Jimmy has said it. Jimmy has straight up said they're not good at basketball. Steph's lost a lot of his game. He can still score like crazy. Scoring hasn't fallen off, but everything around it is slowly falling off. Like he's like a career 5-5-5 guy. His rebounds have fallen off, and it's not because of who's around him. So can I get his stats? Rebounds.
No, you can't.
It's he's career low for rebounds. Career low.
Second lowest.
Oh yeah, second lowest.
Career low is 2011.
Career low in assists.
Yeah.
Just his slowly. His 3-point shooting isn't as good as it usually is. It's still 39%. His third lowest in his career. No, I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt second. I'm not counting he only played 5 games here.
Yeah.
I'm not counting that.
Because we've seen Curry start bad for 10 games and then finish the season as an MVP.
Yeah, I'm not counting.
What year was that? Because he did that the year he showed up with braids.
1920. He was.
Because then he shaved them and then immediately was back to normal.
He shot. He was shooting 24% through the 5 games he got. It was out for the year. I'm not counting that as a year for Steph Curry shooting percentage. No. So it's his second lowest in his career. Like, Steph's taking a step back. Just Draymond's not Draymond. And none of these drafted guys have filled the role of Clay in the slightest.
None of them have become a star, which is basically what you needed.
None of them have even become a number 3.
That's true.
If Kuminga is any good, he could work in... Anyone can play with Steph Curry's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not hard to play with Steph. We'll go to the... Do you want to go to football or the Natty? But NFL,
I mean, those are both
Natty?
Football.
NFL.
I mean, let's talk about the Natty, I guess. Who cares?
Indiana has won the national championship.
In a way closer game than I was expecting.
Yeah, I did not expect it to be that close.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how well Miami played and how, I mean, generally not good Mendoza looked. Like, so, he was fine, but...
To Miami's credit there. Mendoza didn't get a breathe, really. Miami just kept getting home. Ruben Dane
kind of... Yeah.
Probably had the kind of playoff run that moves you from late round 1 to he's the first edge off the board now.
Interesting.
Because he was just everywhere for Miami. And looked it.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
That's the thing, right? We've talked about Mendoza as like the undisputed QB1 of this draft class.
He is.
Right. This draft class kind of sucks.
Yeah, because that gets to my next point. I also do want to say, I want to shout out Mendoza. His touchdown run.
Oh, that was fucking sick.
I
laid his shit on the line.
I looked my dad in the eyes. I'm like, Dad, we might have a problem here. He's like, why? I don't think Mendoza's going to be a superstar who's going to be the reason the Oakland Raiders wins games. He just has that thing in his DNA where if you give him a chance to make a play when your team needs it, he will make that fucking play, and that's the scariest thing a quarterback can have.
Yeah.
Because he proved it in that one play.
I was going to say, that is one of the reasons I'm still so in on JJ. It's like, he sucks all game. But the minute it's like, okay, go do the thing.
That's why
he does it.
That's why I love Bo so much. Is the moment it gets to winning time, that white boy gets some motion.
You can't just say that.
Charlie Becker, who didn't lead in Indiana in receiving, I don't know if he's draft eligible this year or not. My message to Las Vegas is get this guy even if you have to trade up for him. If it's this draft. Or get him next draft. Because it's rare you get someone with the chemistry Mendoza and this dude already has.
Fair.
Like, Mendoza knows where to put it where he can get it. When you can throw you have a bat throw on a back shoulder and he still catches it. It's like Charlie Becker's my guy who, if you watch the film, he's not going to be scouted highly. Like, on film, he's probably a 3rd or 4th round pick. But you know those receivers who don't put up huge numbers and yet make big plays in the NFL?
Sure.
This is going to be him.
I thought you were just going to talk about draft location. I was going to be like, oh, so Ladd McConkey. Not actually that talented, not that good at anything, but makes a couple big plays, so suddenly he's a first-round pick.
No. I think this guy... No. Becca and Ladd are two very different guys.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
He is very much your throw him a 50-50 ball. That ball's not a 50-50.
Gotcha.
Again, he's a sophomore. I don't know if it's a redshirt sophomore or a true sophomore. I don't know if he can come out of this in this class. But he'll be a dog. Malachi Tony's a demon.
Yeah.
People think he should be able to come out this year because of how good he is.
I get it, but we saw that with who are the two young guys for Bama and Ohio State?
Williams and Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith was still good. Jeremiah Smith was still good. But Williams fell off pretty quick. The extra years in college are good for both reasons. Now, in this case, it sucks for the athlete because there's a world where his draft stock's never higher than it is today.
Yeah, he would have a case for the first receiver. That happened
with Williams in Bama.
Yeah.
Now, he could fix that next year. Will he?
Yeah. I also want to give a lot of credit to Carson Beck. It looked like Beck had a mid-game. 232, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And the interception was not great. Do you know how bad this draft class is, Geek? Carson Beck's going to be the second or third quarterback taken.
No. He'll be 4.
Who's 2 then?
And maybe 5. I feel like, unless they have announced they're not coming out, Simpson and Nussmeier, I feel like, will go first. Over him, not over Mendoza, obviously.
No, Mendoza's 1. That's why.
Because the Carson Beck thing is part of me thinks it just won't happen just due to he'll fall. He is not as old as I thought.
That's
he
what
was,
I googled last night. Because that was going to be what I was going to throw when someone said if Beck wins this for them, he's a first round pick guaranteed, and I'm like, no, because he'll be 25. Oh my God, he'll be 23 at the start of the NFL season.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, I'm open to that actual conversation of him being a early quarterback taken.
Lean Simpson and Nussmeier being ahead of him, and him being more in the maybe Trinidad Chambliss thing. And this comes down to, this is now at least a second time where teams will have looked at him get to the big game and come up short, and that'll be a problem. Because I think, as much as we all talk about it, I think NFL teams value winning more
as they should. And it's why.
But you know what I mean? This whole it's JJ shouldn't have got drafted just because he was a winner in college. It's but that's the thing. NFL teams see you've never fucking lost, so they assume you're going to continue that.
I think we saw it this year in college, and that's why Indiana won. I know college and NFL are very different, but Singetti was on record when talking about the transfer portal is, I don't give a rat's ass about what your potential is. What have you done in college?
Yeah.
People are like, why do you not get 4 or 5 stars in the portal? He's like, most of them go to a big school, don't play year 1, and transfer out because they didn't play. Okay, what did you give me? I'd rather take a 2-star who had 1,000 yards, lower level D1, than a guy who I do not know what I'm getting. But Indiana won 16-0. Technically, I think the second, because whoever won a D2 or D3 title was the first team to go 15-0 or 16-0 in this format. But Indiana rightfully did win the national championship.
Was it rightfully?
Yes, they were very much the deserving party.
No.
Now
I'm just being a shithead.
The NFL coaching slate
has had absolutely nothing happen. I don't know what we have and haven't talked about.
So, we did not talk about Stefanski in Atlanta.
Oh, that one's got even more news.
It does?
But yeah, Stefanski's now with Atlanta. You didn't see the Baker Mayfield tweet. So, we'll talk about... So, I'm going to start with the other guy first, because I think it happened. I don't know if it happened first, but it's more interesting. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. So, Robert Saleh going to the Titans. I find that interesting as hell.
Solid to Tennessee. Did you see the report on that?
Because no.
He's going to call defense there.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me. He called
not
defense in New York.
No, he didn't.
Up until the last year with Rodgers, yes, he did. And it was through most of that year, and then he turned it over because people were blaming him. And then the defense got worse. That's what happened. I remember that. Because I remember saying that was dumb. Because that's the whole point of having a coach who's good with one side of the ball. Saleh was calling plays for the Jets. That's why the Jets were so goddamn good. Because remember, Ulbrich took over and they started to suck?
So I chose to ignore the Jets situation there because I did not know what was going on with Saleh, if he was good or bad back then.
But yeah, I did. I knew. But yeah, so no, the Saleh being in the same division as Liam Cohen now is really funny to me. After their whole interaction after the Jaguars-Niners game and their actual hate for each other. It's the first petty decision of the offseason, and I love it. Bro is not paying attention.
I'm reading up because apparently he did in his first year for sure.
He didn't his first year?
In New York, he did not. He might have taken over the second and third, but he established his reputation, blah blah blah. But he won't be calling the Jets defensive plays.
Interesting.
He might have taken it over because the first year they sucked. They went 7-9 the next 2 years, and then year 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I could believe that.
Sure. But
yeah, no, he definitely did those 2 middle years. His defense went from -7 defensive rating to +5, +1, and then back down before he got fired.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, the Saleh thing, he's going to call defense. That makes sense. I'm interested to see who he gets as his OC. I think that's going to be very important because we've seen how bad that is when he doesn't get a good one. And then I love the rivalry that gets created just because him and Cohen hate each other so fucking much.
I love all the rivalries that come out of this. Because he and D'Amico Ryans coached together.
True.
That's a thing.
Did he coach against Steichen in a Super Bowl?
I'll check.
I mean, I know there's not a real connection there, but that is interesting. I don't know if they were both there in that. No, he didn't. I'm stupid.
No.
Just by the way.
Yeah, they
No,
couldn't
I'm
have.
thinking of an NFC championship. An NFC championship game.
I could check if they did.
No, that I know they did.
But I don't think that's as big of a... Wait, would they? No. Did they? Yes. Maybe.
I think... Ooh.
No.
Actually, wait, maybe not.
No.
You're right.
Because I don't think Saleh instantly came back to the Jet to the. Because
No,
D'Amico was the
didn't.
DC for a
He
minute.
didn't. He didn't. Well, D'Amico was the DC. Yeah, it's
D'Amico
all bad. Everything's broken.
I'm looking right now. No, he didn't. Saleh got fired way later than I realized. Yeah, no.
Yep.
My whole time, I kept thinking there was a false coach between Saleh and Glenn.
Dude.
That's why my timeline is so fucked.
Dude.
They did coach in the same division against each other for a year.
Nice. Real quick.
2 years, actually.
Did you see why Jimmy Butler tore his ACL?
No.
Been confirmed. Do you know who was sitting courtside at the Warriors game tonight?
Who?
TMC and Kyle Juszczyk. The 49ers brought their injury luck to Golden State.
That's funny. Um, I'm I'm trying to find the tweet I saw about defensive head coaches. Oh, whoa! We have another thing we can talk about, coaching wise.
Well, we haven't talked about the Stefanski part.
There's another one.
We
There's two
right,
more.
but we were talking about rivalries, which then
I
leads
just
into the tweet.
bookmarks. I realized.
We already had a connection. Let's stick with what we were doing
Okay, go.
before we transfer to something else. You freak. So, Stefanski's now a Falcon. Apparently, he wants to keep Kirk Cousins. Because Penix isn't good, and Stefanski worked with Kirk in Minnesota.
That makes sense.
That was the yeah. So, yeah, because working with Kirk got Stefanski his last job.
Yeah.
So Stefanski, what?
I keep forgetting about head coaches filled, and then the one who got fired we have to talk about still.
Nobody got fired.
We didn't.
I know.
Talk. I just realized that's the one I realized we hadn't talked about.
But yeah. So somebody was talking about Kevin Stefanski and the dumpster fire at QB in Cleveland and how Baker and Deshaun failed, which started a chain reaction into 11 other starters. And Baker said, "Failed is quite the reach, pal. Still waiting on a text or a call from him after I got shipped off like a piece of garbage. Can't wait to see you twice a year, coach." Baker with a chip on his shoulder is the best quarterback to ever play football at any level.
Yeah.
Like that's just how it works. So do expect for the entire time they are both in the same division playing each other, the Bucs will be beating the Falcons by about 50 every time. It'll be the reverse of, it'll be like the Kirk Cousins thing where he always hangs up 5 touchdowns on the Bucs.
Yeah.
That's what Baker's going to be doing to the Falcons constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the Bucs only win 2 games, both of them will be against the Falcons. It's a guaranteed now.
Yes.
Or they will just be constant classics because Cuzzo and Baker are just each throwing 7 touchdowns. It'll be the Texas Tech Oklahoma game.
Every fucking week.
The greatest college football game of all time. Yeah, twice a year, every year.
I love it. But I like the hire.
Now just get me Marshawn Lattimore on the Falcons too.
I do like the hire for Atlanta though.
Yeah.
This feels like a good hire for them. You want to talk McDaniel before we get to the other head coach fill in? Unless I'm forgetting another one.
I don't know. I don't remember what the other one is now. Yeah, I mean Mike McDaniel is still in the running for the Raiders and somebody else head coaching jobs. But he is basically in agreement to be the Chargers OC if he does not become.
I know he pulled out.
Coach.
I know McDaniel pulled out of the Browns.
He did. He pulled out of the Browns. He is still in on the Raiders, which to me makes sense because you either get Mendoza or Malik Willis. You get your pick.
So he is, unless McDaniel has a change of heart, this is going to happen.
That is what Schefter said. The other one I read was from Tom Pelissaro, who I like more and is normally more correct than Schefter. Schefter prides himself on being first, not being correct.
Mm-hmm.
He was still in on the Raiders and Ravens head coaching jobs, which also makes sense. If he can be the Ravens head coach with Lamar, he should just go do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, those both make sense because the quarterback situation is at least figured out. If he somehow comes into the running for being Buffalo's head coach, I can see that too. They're opening stuff so late that, like, it's time.
Yeah.
Time's a construct.
The other one, I have to go look up his name again because I do not remember his fucking name. That's how much I care about this guy. And how much you probably care for him. Jeff Hafley is the
Jeff Hafley, the Packers DC.
Packers DC is becoming the Miami head coach.
Right. I don't care, man. The Dolphins make decisions that aren't that good.
I don't know if I like that hire.
Hafley was a bad college head coach. He's like a decent defensive coordinator, but like the thing with the Packers defense, you had Micah Parsons and a great front four and decent players in the secondary, at least to a degree. Your corners sucked.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen teams do fine without them, and then your scheme wasn't very good in general, and then once Micah was gone, the defense... It's not just the defense got worse. It's the defense completely collapsed, which I understand can happen, but, like, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he gave a strong enough showing, and if you wanted to go a defensive guy, I feel like bringing in Saleh would have made more sense. Jesse Minter would make more sense. Somebody else that I'm forgetting, I'm sure. I mean, Flores, but he'll never go back to Miami. Hafley's definitely a choice.
Do you want a fun fact before we get into your favorite head coach of all time, Sean McDermott?
Sure.
Only two active coaches. There's only two. That's actually shows in the game. There's only two active coaches since the last time there's been 10 open jobs in an offseason. Without me telling you the year.
It's KOC and Todd Bowles.
Yes. We saw it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I figured.
It is funny, though, trying to call that the worst coaching cycle ever, because I don't think so. Because Dable and Mike McDaniel weren't bad. But KOC's a coach of the year. Todd Bowles has been to the playoffs multiple times. And, yeah, Lovey and Hackett were really, really bad. Doug Peterson, took the Jaguars to the playoffs and won a playoff game.
I'm in the weird spot with Lovey. Because they also wanted... Lovey was hired to be the fall guy.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in this weird spot.
I don't blame Lovey.
McDaniels, Hackett, Dennis, and Eberflus were bad hires.
Yes.
And no one can convince me of this.
Dennis Allen to a degree, but I understand what the Saints were doing and where they thought they were. Because they were sold. They were going to get Derek Carr, so they got a coach who knew Derek, and it was one of those, we trust somebody to run our offense. The defense can stay good. I see the vision, whether you agree or not. It's not bad process. It just didn't work.
And Dennis Allen is a great DC still.
Yeah, so it made sense that he got another shot. It had been over a decade. Let the man have another go.
I'm pretty sure he'll get another go eventually, if he wants. You don't think so?
A third chance just doesn't happen, man. You don't get a third try.
Give it another decade. People will forget about the first run.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
People have already forgotten about the first run. He was a Raider.
And look, two of the coaches fired, McDaniel and Dable. We're talking about getting head coaching jobs still, after being fired.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it is. But Sean McDermott has been fired.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So I get it, but I think it's a mistake to a degree. So I think out of the two options, you should have fired Bean. If you were only going to fire one, you should have fired Bean. I think you should have fired both.
I think they should have.
The true problem with the Bills has been roster construction. Bean cannot do it.
Mm-hmm. And they promoted Bean.
Yeah.
They made Bean the president. I saw that, because there's been more reports coming out about this whole thing shaking down. Apparently, Sean McDermott went up to them before the deadline and said this team, with how it's constructed, cannot win a Super Bowl. And just straight up told them he can't win a Super Bowl with this team. And no. If it wasn't for Josh Allen, no one would have argued they had a shot at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If they had any other quarterback who was in that playoffs, no one would have picked them to win a playoff game, probably. Don't have a defense. No. You don't have a receiver. You have James Cook and an O-line. But it's just
And then a bad defense.
no. Yeah, bad defense.
Because you make bad choices.
Yeah. And I'll be interested to see what Sean McDermott does.
I really feel like he's either taking a year off or he's going to be a Cardinal.
I'm interested if he goes back to being a DC for a year.
Right.
Just go somewhere, says, hey, step back, go to somewhere with an experienced coach. See where the chips lie. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. If he gets a head coaching job, it's probably the Cardinals. I think every other team is. We've seen too much from every other team where we have a identity of an idea of what they're gonna do or just who they are as a organization.
Yeah.
Like Shula's gonna be a Steeler. I'm fairly confident. Shula's. It's
I
either
could see a
Shula or
world where they
Flores.
go like Udinsky.
I think Udinsky's gonna be off the table before he gets to Pittsburgh.
Why?
Cleveland.
I just don't think he'll want to go somewhere where the quarterback situation is that shitty. And the ownership is basically saying you're going to play this quarterback. I think Udinsky's going to want to pick his guy, which out of all of these teams, where would you get to? Pittsburgh.
The Raiders.
Because they don't have a quarterback on the roster. The Raiders, sure, but he's not really considered a favorite for the Raiders job. I don't even know if he's getting a second interview there.
I don't know. I have not kept up with that. I'm seeing a lot of these hires.
It's also
or the big names. I've seen.
It's
like,
a thing.
Floors interviews and all that.
It's a thing. We're gonna see the Browns. They're gonna end up with a David Culley or a Lovie Smith type hire because nobody wants to go coach the Browns. That's what we're gonna see. I don't know who that's gonna be, but it's gonna be a coach that comes out of left field and makes no sense, and it's just gonna be a guy who's getting a job offer that makes no sense.
Do you know who that's gonna end up being? Probably
Leslie Frazier.
No, the Bills are gonna be that team in that situation.
No,
the Bills cannot interview anyone currently in the playoffs.
Right, that has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
But I'm saying of the team that's. I know you're saying no one will want to coach the Browns because of the
right. So nobody's gonna want to go there.
Someone
Everyone wants to go to the Bills. They do not fit my category.
But the Bills will have
somebody
scraps.
who isn't a real coach is going to want to go to the Browns. The Bills get to interview the same people who are mostly getting interviews right now at this point.
The Bills are going to end up with Mike McCarthy. Mark my words.
No, they're not. The Steelers are more likely to end up with McCarthy.
What? Mark my words.
Actually, go look at the most recent report. The Steelers are most likely to end up with McCarthy.
Steelers are not that stupid.
Which is ridiculous and stupid.
Steelers are not that stupid.
Yes, they are.
They're not going to be. Oh, side note, Steelers. Tomlin's apparently just done.
What?
Jay Glazer. I saw that tweet scrolling.
No, fuck.
Jay Glazer apparently heard that the plan is
crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What bugs me is the Vikings still haven't interviewed anyone for their defensive coordinator spot, which is crazy.
I'm interested if it's because they don't think if they're trying to see what happens with Flores.
I think they just don't think Flores is going anywhere.
Probably.
But all right, I don't think there's anything else to talk about.
I mean, do you want to talk Najee Harris news?
That Tomlin told him to leave?
Yeah.
I don't think that's... I don't feel like that was headline topic worthy, but I guess we're here
It
now.
was a joke. Oh, and Trayvon got released again.
Yeah, because if they released him in time, they didn't have to pay any of his contract. I don't. Yeah, people seem confused about that, but
Yeah. Anyways, that does it here at Sports at Sunrise. We hope you had an outstanding day, and bye.